as we mentioned quite a while ago, we were playing a game called Natsu-Mon 20th Century Kid.
20th Century Summer Boy?
I think it's just 20th Century Kid.
20th Century Summer Kid.
Oh, it is Summer Kid. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're prepared for this.
We are professionals.
Who wrote that manga that we're
doing
reviewing?
this shit for 20 years, and we're still like, dude, let me check Wikipedia.
That's because we're just having fun.
We are here to have fun. Yes.
Really quick, Natsu-Mon is sort of a open world chillax game where
cozy game they call it.
Yeah,
it's part of
comfy.
the cozy game genre, which
Cozy,
has become
comfy
very popular.
games,
Yeah, cozy, comfy. I love them. I love those guys.
So it's an open world game where you play a 8-year-old, 10-year-old boy, part of a traveling circus who is taking up root in a small country Japanese village. In 1999, I think, is actually when this takes place.
Yeah, it was in the 90s, late 90s, 98, 99.
And because they refer to the new generation in the turn of the millennium and blah 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 blah. So I think it is technically 99. Anyhow,
okay.
So they you're in town and waiting for your parents to arrive and the rest of the circus to arrive, and the game is basically composed of doing things a 10-year-old boy would do in Japan in the 90s in a small village settlement. And that is composed of fishing, catching bugs, shooting acorns, basically a slingshot, but it's a little acorn gun.
Yeah. Trying to find missing pigs.
Climbing.
Lots of climbing.
Climbing trees, climbing buildings. And that's kind of it. There is not a major story to this game. There is a bit of a story, but it is not the main, for the most of the game,
focus.
It isn't the main focus. It is just about being a 10-year-old boy, which I think is part of why I initially was
a 10-year-old boy.
I was initially a 10-year-old, but I was initially drawn to it because it seemed both foreign and unique and familiar. You pick up bricks and stones and see what bugs are underneath
worms
it.
and stuff. Yeah.
And lots of climbing trees and stuff. Every kid I think can relate to that. I mean, your boys, you get them near a tree, they're gonna scale that
like spider monkeys.
So it's just a very endearing game. From a studio that I guess has been making games like these before.
Spike Chunsoft.
I think is that the developer or is that the distributor, the publisher? I should say.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was developed by Millennium Kitchen and Toy Box, and then Spike Chunsoft, I think, is the publisher.
Gotcha.
So Millennium Kitchen was the one. They actually they developed this, and then they also developed the original game, because there was a game 20 plus years ago, I think I read something like that, which was this is kind of like the spiritual successor.
It's the spiritual
sequel.
It's the spiritual successor of Boku no Natsuyumi, which is a game that I'm not super familiar with. There is a topic about this that actually a listener commented on during our Visa MasterCard episode, of all things. That Boku no Natsu...
Pico.
I wish you'd stop. See that
Can't help it.
Boku no Pico is something that it's like you're in trouble if you even know that it exists. Like this, you know what I mean? Where people are like, "What is?" Although I guess there is plausible deniability with that one that because you only know about it because of that
In Minecraft.
Is it that Biden Obama Trump video?
Trump,
That's where you know
the
it from.
AI voice.
I know it from 4chan. Like that's where.
What's the best anime?
Shabibo, just tell us your top 5 already, you fucking anime elitist.
Well, since you asked, I'll gladly share my market and review research on the analytically correct top 5 anime of all time.
Boku no Pico incoming.
Yeah, so Boku no Natsu-Yasumi was developed by Millennium Kitchen, and it's the same director, Kaz Ayabe.
Great name, studio-wise.
Millennium
I like
Kitchen.
the name. Millennium Kitchen.
Boku no Natsu-Yasumi. Hey, good job, Brendan. Man, I did not think I was going to pronounce that right. It's set in 1975, so it is even more of but it's the same general principle as this game, where hell, the cover is a kid catching bugs with a net. Which is a maid.
Could be the same kid. He's an immortal.
There you go.
He just takes people's heads.
So what did you think of this game? Did you have fun with it?
I like the way that had this very unique. I know this game's only I think it got released a few years ago on the Switch, and it's gonna be, I think, more recently on Steam. It has this interesting aesthetic that kind of makes it look like it's a Nintendo DS maybe / GameCube era graphics wise. It's kind of like this. I don't know how to describe it. It's not like cell shaded, but it has.
It's kind of cell shaded.
Okay, a little cell shaded art design to it. People definitely have like a cartoon character look to it. It's this very comfy thing. Like the sound is really good, especially when you're running around this it's kind of like this mountain valley by the seaside map, where you have the main town that you're in, where your family's traveling circus, which is having issues, is staying at, and you stay at like this an onsen, I guess you would say.
It's just is it an onsen? I think it's just a guest
I know
house.
they have I think it's a guest house, but there's they have
it's a bath, but it's not a
bath. Okay,
it's not a when onsen is springs. What's it called?
Oh, the hot
springs.
spring. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
No, because I was thinking that was in my mind because we were talking about Don.
Alex, it's not an onsen. Yeah, that's my
trips over his own feet.
My Kinta moment.
And you're down by this little seaside town. There's another town that's on the other side of like the valley or something like that.
Tonari Town.
And you kind of go around, just having a lot of fun and adventure, exploring the forests, helping people with their tasks. There is also a train and a bus system that you can kind of purchase bus tickets for and go around the map and such like that, visiting different spots. It does also have an interesting RPG element to it, in which the way that I guess you would call them stories, or what they call them here and would be adventures. There's big adventures and little adventures. And when you complete these adventure tasks of various kinds, you get this special sticker. And what your sticker does is that it allows you to have more stamina, both climbing and running. And I think if you get to there's certain mark points, like landmark points, you're able to double jump or jump higher. I think something like that. I was trying to remember.
You mean milestone? You get to hit milestones for how many stickers you get, and then you can get.
I was able to double jump. And it's a very soothing game. You could tell from this picture, it's just this kind of looks like it's a game that's a 20-year-old game almost, but it's a more recent thing. But it's nice that this art style is able to kind of continue existing and be reutilized.
I mean, like we were saying about how relaxing it is. This there's kind of this Zen element to realizing that you can't do everything. It's sort of like real life. Like it's not like you can't in a single playthrough. The way this game works is that you're there for a month. You're there from August 1st to August 31st. It's a fixed time. You can control how fast the days pass. There's like short, normal, and long. Alex and I both played it on long mode, like very quickly. I was like, no, I need more time. I can't just normal mode is not working out. I beat the game. Did you beat the game?
I've only gotten through the middle portion of the game.
So you're like week or like the 15th or something?
Yeah, I'm like right around like the festival is basically taking place.
One of the great comfy moments in that game is
right. Yeah, with the little shrine thing here, like
but so it's very, you do kind of accept that you can't go everywhere, do everything, collect everything. Like I did, fishing was kind of like the bane of my existence in this game, and I did not put a lot of time into it. I did end up collecting all of the rare fish. There's only 3 of them.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, it's the only thing I looked up for the game, because there's no real hint of how you're supposed to find these rare fish.
No, yeah.
So I was like,
I tried looking up a bunch, like if there was any walkthroughs or guides, and there's some videos and stuff, like playthrough things, but there's not a huge amount of.
Steam has a fish guide that has like but it wasn't. It's not like you just go to like the location. It's still like I spent like 2 nights, because what I was doing for a long time was I would come home from work, make dinner, take care of my cat, play with my cat, do my general internet things, and then around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'd hop on Natsu-Mon and play till 11:30 midnight. And that generally was around a full day, maybe a day and a half is how long that would kind of take me. And it took me like 2 nights per fish of just fishing. You would like load a checkpoint or load a save, fish, try to get the fish, didn't get the fish, reload the save and start over until I run out of crabs. And that was not fun. That sucked. The fishing sucked. The only reason I did it was because I needed my stickers to get to the last. This is another thing that I was kind of, it's fine, but I was a little irritated that when you start the game, they give you a list of things to climb.
Yes. Yeah, the factory stovepipe, the clock tower, the lighthouse.
Right. What they don't really tell you is that a lot of those aren't going to be viable until you've collected a lot of stickers.
Yes.
And so it's sort of like a lot of this is end game content. This isn't something you're going to be doing in the first week of the day of 2 weeks.
And you hope by that point you've got enough time left in the end game to climb all those things.
This is the point that I was heading towards. I love this game. But what I loved originally was that it was so relaxing, and in the last week it was not relaxing. It was stressful, because I was like, I got stuff I need. I need to do this. This is the first thing it told me to do. I got to climb that lighthouse, and on top of it, there's a mission for the lighthouse where you have to. Well, I don't want to spoil anything, but did you talk to the lighthouse guy?
I talked to the lighthouse guy, and it has to do with something at the top of the lighthouse.
You've got to clean the lens.
Yes. Yeah.
So it was like, I need to clean this lens and I need to climb this lighthouse, it's the same thing basically.
Because there's a door to it, but you can't open the door. You actually have to physically climb the exterior. And then you get up there and you're like, wait a second, the ramp.
Yeah.
There's a ramp, a walkway gantry.
So I was fixated on having to do that. Well, that meant I needed to get more stickers, which meant, here's the main things.
More adventures.
I gotta get these fish, take them to the museum. I'm looking for bugs. I gotta hit 150 bugs, 200 bugs. I gotta get fossils. I gotta find the fossils. I gotta play with the little girl spirit. It's and I don't know where they are. They're just kind of randomly showing up all the time. Speaking of the little girl spirit, I thought that was cute. Mm-hmm. It was very repetitive.
Got to get all these boots.
You got to get the boots, got to shoot the balloons, and play not hide and seek, tag. Basically, chase her around.
Yeah, yeah.
My favorite one is when she's like, let's play a game, and you're like, okay, and then it fades to black, and then comes back up and says, thanks for playing with me. And I was like, what is this? Have you had that happen yet?
I can't recall.
It's like like they were like, just give them the view or whatever.
The one I found like one pair of like boots so far, and then there was like one like, I want blue boots. I need a green boot. I'm like, what the fuck are these boots? Also, another weird thing is that since you're further along in the game, I've noticed in this, there's a lot of construction going around in that little valley.
Well,
like, does that amount to anything? Or is it, I'm like, why are there all these like bucket trucks and bulldozers and like, what's the deal with all this?
Nothing. Like, I know there's multiple endings, so maybe there's something else going on that I missed. Nothing happened.
Did you like never interact with it? Because if I try walking up to
don't
like,
get too close.
Yeah.
I think that the reason that's there is that it's indicative of the modern world encroaching onto this small village. And because you've got the like cafe owner who talks about, oh, I wish things were the way they used to be. And meanwhile, and I mean, you and I are guilty of that for sure. We constantly are like, oh, it was way better when we were kids.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is being a 40-year-old who was maybe not 10 in 1999, but was still young.
16, 17.
I'm playing this character then and being like, this is like, what are you talking about? Look at how magical your village is, and look at all these bugs I've caught, and the fish and the climbing and all of this like just playing and running around. Like, this is great. What are you talking about? And it's like, oh, okay. Well, because he's not a little boy. He's an old man running a cafe, and he wants to go back to this, and that's exactly what I'm doing by proxy. I'm living the life of a 10-year-old boy again, and it's really nostalgic and really like really intimate for me. You know what I mean? I'll put it this way. I'm an emotional mess, you know this. I was driving to work. Where was I? I don't know where. I was driving somewhere, and I was picking up dinner, and I was driving by the Fox River, and there were like two boys, probably like 13 years old, walking, and another boy on a bicycle, like kind of slowly riding next to them, holding their fishing rods. They had been down fishing together.
Down fishing off the river.
Three young teenage boys together, and I was just like, man, I would give everything to have that back, to have that life,
to just join them there and then be like, who's this creepy guy? Call 911.
To just be 13 again, 13 with your friends. Like, goddamn,
just going. Yeah, I know that. Like, there's a lot of parts of like the Fox River. Like, 'cause, I mean, you grew up in that area, but like my family, we're a little bit further east, and but I remember like going there to like, okay, best example, like St. Charles, because it's the fall, they would have Scarecrow Festival. Yeah, so I always remember like seeing guys out there waiting with the, trying to do fly fishing or whatever, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I know that there's like these little like this like embankment or this little island area, which would be a good place to like, fish and stuff. And it's constantly flowing. So it would be, just a fun, good old experience. I thought it was funny that I was disagreeing with myself in terms of, oh, everything used to be better a long time ago. And then I'm like, no, everything's great now in 1999 in this game. And then I'm like, oh God, I'm the old man being like, everything was better 20 years ago. Yeah.
And so it's just kind of a weird reflexive thing going on with this game. Oh, this is the other thing that I meant to mention is that, you get to go on solve little mysteries with your little mystery gang.
Yeah, you got like the local kids you become friends with, and you have little mysteries. You try to. There's one where you have to like follow somebody, and then another thing you have to like investigate some clues about some stuff. And in addition to that, Yeah, go
I
ahead.
was going to say, and these mysteries are not like, oh, this escalates into something big and serious. It's all a mystery because it's in a child's mind. Everything is viewed through the lens of this kid.
Of a 10-year-old.
Yeah. And like, it's funny, like the way like he talks to adults and like doesn't understand like what they're saying or the jokes they're making and stuff like that. It's like really well done of like looking at the world as a 8-year-old or 10-year-old. So.
Yeah. There's also the group of them. There is the base game, but then there's also a DLC pack that I would just advise people, like, if the whole thing is on sale, like the full thing, just go and get it, because the DLC adds this little island that you go to with your friends on a boat.
Don't spoil too much about the island.
And you can discover things. Yeah, right. It's just, you can discover stuff. So it could have easily have been in the base game, but
yeah. Well, the reason I'm asking you not to spoil the island stuff is because I didn't do anything with the island, and that's what I mean. And that's what I mean.
That's a major thing where we differ. Then.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what I mean. Where it's like you can't do everything. Where I was like, there's a whole other thing happening here that is an add-on. I'm just focused on the original thing this time.
Yeah,
but it's like in your list of things to do, this thing is sitting there untouched for me the entire time. And it's like, but it wasn't like I was at for want for anything to do during the main game.
Right.
Although like I said, I enjoyed the game more when I didn't have a major like goal to do. Where it was like, I need to get my 40.
You're frantic and you had to.
Yeah, I need 40 stickers to be able to climb this thing. I need to get every sticker I can.
Or I have to be someplace at a certain time or talk to somebody for something. Otherwise, I'll miss it and stuff. Like that.
So the early and middle game I found much more enjoyable. That being said, the end I still was, got choked up during, just because I don't think it's any spoiler to say the circus eventually has to leave town. Like they keep saying we're leaving on the 31st, and that's what you have to leave. And it was just very touching how, and not like overly sentimental or anything like that. It's just kind of realistic, where it's just,
yeah, you're a circus, and circuses eventually leave town. Which is funny too, because you can tell how much of a time capsule this is, because we really don't have circuses as much. I can't speak for Japan, but in the US, like Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey, like I don't think they operate, and they were the biggest circus. Which funny, this past summer they actually had a circus come to a neighboring town, and we were fortunate enough to go and take the boys to go and experience it, because it was one of these mom and pop circuses that goes out to a field, and they put up the big top tent, and they just have a single ring, and they had a bunch of animals, like a few dogs, and they had like some tigers, and I think it was a tiger. No, lions. They had a few lions and stuff, and it was a fun time. Like jugglers, they did a bunch of like, fire eating and stuff like that. And it was a good experience.
The one thing that stood out to this, where I was like, oh, okay. I know it's Japan, I know they do this, but I was kind of like, there's a point in the game where there's somebody else staying at the guest house who's a fisherman, or like trying to find rare fish.
It's the fisherman.
And if you go into the bathhouse, like in the evening, you go into the bath, there are multiple times where it cuts to you sitting alone in the bath with this stranger. And then the guy's like, have you caught any fish yet? And then you're like, no, not yet, but I hope to. And he's like, oh, let me know if you catch any fish.
そういえば博物館に持っていく魚を釣り上げる競争はどうなった？僕まだ釣ってないんだ。実はおじさんも。
It is funny also how the bath section is only available every other day, because you have the boys' day and then you have the girls' day. You can't take a bath.
I guess like maybe in the countryside it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
but that seems very
just because they have one, so
un-Japanese. Like it's like the daily bath is That's something. That's
Yeah. You'll have to hold off on it.
we had a listener. This is related. This was all prelude to this issue, this topic, because this is a spiritual successor to another film, another game. We had a comment back when we did. This was Visa, MasterCard versus the internet. So this was a month ago.
Hey, 90 views. Thank you.
Thanks. Hey, 9 likes. Thanks, everybody. This commenter, some dude 5501, made the comment, have you guys seen Action Button's review of Boku no Natsuyasumi? He mentions how apparently the scene in the game where the 8-year-old main character takes a bath with his 14-year-old cousin disqualified it from being considered for localization, and that in Totoro, the scene where the dad and daughters take a bath was also a source of animosity between Miyazaki and the distributor, which I believe was
Disney at the time? Buena
Disney. I guess Buena Vista was the original release too?
I think so.
I wish
I would think that when Totoro got finally released, must have been at Disney's point. I don't know about the successor or whoever handles that now. But
if I was at home, it must be Disney because it came in a clamshell case. If I was at my mom's house, I have the original VHS of Totoro, which came in a clamshell case, just a dub version, which is actually a pretty decent dub. I think it was Buena Vista. I think it was like the very first thing that Disney had.
Yeah.
No, Fox.
Oh.
That's interesting.
Fox. Which is ironic now, because guess who owns Fox?
Yeah, there you go.
Or was it 20th Century?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Fox Video. Okay.
Yep.
That's a very different film.
Look at Roger Ebert on the front.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, got it.
Oh, it's Ebert, not Siskel.
Well, Ebert was an anime. He was a big otaku. Totoro is just a beautiful, just a perfect film. I don't get me started. I can't get into Totoro.
Yeah.
It's a whole other topic. So the 14-year-old cousin. This is the scene. This is the entire scene. It's just that
very similar to how it is in Natsu-Mon.
Exactly. So it's an 8-year-old boy and his 14-year-old female cousin taking a bath together.
Oh, okay.
Again, this is not something at all standard, especially 14-year-old female cousin.
Mm-hmm. I can understand, definitely Western sense, it's taboo, but granted, since it's a Japanese game that was developed initially, for the Japanese audience before any type of localization, international distribution, probably if it's a family bath day, then everybody gets a dip in the pool, and it's siblings, cousins, probably. But when you get to a certain age, puberty sets in, questions might arise.
Well, I mean,
so
I think that the questions, though, that's the oh my God, this is censored. The Japanese answer would be well, there won't be any questions if they're taking baths together. The questions answer themselves. But as a prudish American, I do look at this and think, well, why? Why do they need to take a bath together?
Yeah.
If it was his 14-year-old male cousin, I'd feel less awkward about it.
Yeah, why is it a boy and a girl?
Why does it have to be is that common? Maybe it is. Maybe taking a bath with your 14-year-old female cousin.
Yeah. Because then there's also the scene in, because we mentioned Totoro with the dad and the 2 girls in the bath.
Well, that one is a little bit, I already have it pulled up. I was pulling it up while we were talking. This is the main. This is the scene composition. I'm not going to play
the notorious scene.
Play the whole scene. This scene though feels completely different to me. This scene I have no questions about. Even when I was a little kid, Did your kids feel weird about this scene? Did they say anything about it? No.
I mentioned a single thing.
My friend, I'll say my friend. My friend who has 2 kids that are about 2 boys a year younger on each than both of yours. I asked him about this, and he was like, they didn't say a word. They totally just they were like, they're taking a bath.
Yeah.
The one Satsuki or whatever her name is, the one on the left, the older girl, she's 8 years old. It's on the older end, I guess, from an American standpoint. I don't know that I would necessarily take a bath with an 8-year-old girl even if I was her father, but like,
yeah, at a certain point, yeah.
But it's still it's not a 14-year-old girl.
No.
Like,
and I've like when the boys were younger, like I'd be in a bathtub with them to like help wash them and stuff because
your wife was saying that you guys still like will trade off occasionally.
Yeah, just because
divide and conquer. Yeah,
showered and stuff because they fight about it.
I'm not. I bathed with my mom when I was a kid, and I actually brought this whole thing up with my mother because as a parent, I was just like, hey, do you, this is, because she was kind of like, yeah, 14-year-old girl and 8-year-old boy is that's a little pushing it. But I told you before, my mom lived in Hawaii for for quite a while. And she was saying how you could tell the mainland kids from the Hawaiian or the island kids because like all the babies running on the beach naked.
Buck naked.
Yeah. Were the island babies, and all of the babies in diapers and swimming suits were and not like toddler size, were the mainland kids, and it's like, so there is kind of a more relaxed atmosphere to some of this stuff. Right. Yeah, I don't know. Like this scene never stood out to me as being particularly strange.
Yeah, and also attributed to where it's like, okay, they're both young kids, and it's a new house. The first night you sleep someplace, you have to get used to it, all these weird noises, the storm and stuff. So he's trying to kind of give them their baths, what they need, give himself a bath, which he needs, because they were moving all day, and he's just trying to kind of calm them, soothe them, see like, hey, there's we're doing what we always do as a family, and it's a new place, nothing to be worried about.
It's just I mean, I don't know, I find it to be a pretty sweet scene. It just seems very endearing and heartfelt and sincere. So,
so what?
Oh yeah, we're talking about Natsu-Mon.
I know we went back to King Spawn Miyazaki. So do you have any like cons against this game? Do you have any like anything it falls short in or anything like that?
The only con I have is that putting this 31-day limit on it makes it, as much as I think it's acting as, sorry, I'm all over the place. I think this is by design. It is by design, but the whole you can't accomplish everything makes it starts to make it stressful at the end. So it goes from being comfy to being stressful because I still know that I'm playing a game. And I want to do all the things. I want to do it. And then as you can start a new playthrough and like go down a different road and get a different ending. But it's still, that was the part where I was like, I'm not really having fun anymore. Now I'm like really actively working.
Kind of panicky.
I'm kind of panicky and working towards a goal, which I wasn't doing before.
Which you had the same kind of issue when we did Dave the Diver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in my initial review when we were talking about the Steam sale, I think I was just gushing about how slow and chill, and I didn't feel like I needed to rush. And then by the end, I was rushing, so that bumped me out. But overall, though, it still was. And once I got what I really wanted to do, which was climb all the buildings, I kind of chilled out a little bit. Still stuff that I wanted to accomplish that I didn't, but hey, that's life.
Yeah, yeah. The climbing the tall towers. I mean, that's something you definitely have to build up, and you're kind of like, okay, I got another sticker. It's like, can I make it to the top yet? No, I still probably need like another 2 stickers and stuff like that.
So I was like, I just need one more. I need 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, I'm halfway through, and so far, the only one I was actually able to climb would be the castle. But the castle actually has more angles that you can kind of like set down and rest and build up your stickers back up, like your stamina, I guess we would call it, and then be able to continue while the rest of them are like, just straight up.
I mean, so you did the building in the town, like the regular small building, right?
Yeah, that one, and then the castle.
And the castle.
But I haven't gotten the factory smokestack.
Yeah, you're doing
the lighthouse or the bell tower
or the mountain.
The clock tower.
There's a mountain too.
Yeah, the mountain.
So you're kind of going the same direction I am, because I think the next, well, I won't say, but we'll probably end up going the same order, I think, because I think it's kind of how you have to do it, unless you just get all of your stars or your stickers and then just do everything at once.
Yeah. And I've tried to beat that with that hoppy, climby thing. Yeah. But it kind of
it still takes away your stamina.
Yeah. Yeah.
So was there anything else that you didn't like about it besides that?
The one thing I kind of had a bit of an issue with was that there's that portion, that's area on the north side of the map, which is just nothing but forest. It's kind of like when you get past the castle and that girl's house, and then there's absolutely nothing until you get to Tonari Town. That whole section, I kind of wish that there kind of would have been something there other than just random bug catching and some other stuff.
The two major things in that area are the little girl spirits and bugs. So there's rare bugs up there.
Okay. Finish up bugs.
But
it just feels very empty. Yeah. I wouldn't say unfinished, but maybe that was the point of it.
One thing that I don't think I missed this, but possibly I did. If you know the answer to this question, I guess leave a comment and tell me I'm wrong. But I wanted more interaction. I don't know how much you've done, but there were, at a certain point, the interactions with the little detective agency stopped, and I was like, "Yeah, I want more of that."
More of that stuff, yeah. Or they're just kind of just hanging around town randomly.
Yeah, it's I love the detective little case file thing. I was like, that was great. I love those little adventures. I thought were kind of my favorite part of the game in a lot of ways. Because they were not very serious, and also just you're playing with other kids. It was just nice. So I wanted more of that. But overall, I thought it was really, really good and highly recommended. How many pots of gold, Alex?
I'll give 3 pots of gold. I like I said, there's a DLC pack for it, which I feel like it kind of does add a little bit more to the base game. And if it's on, it's available on both the Switch and on Steam. If either time you come across it and it's on sale, I think you should just go and get the full edition. You'll probably gratefully enjoy it, and it's nothing that you have to consistently stress over and such when you're playing it. Play it at your leisure, enjoy it. We're doing this right now in
October,
and eventually we're going to be hitting January and February in several months' time, and those are both dreadful times of the year weather-wise, especially for the Midwest. So if you get this, it can kind of give you a little bit of summertime enjoyment and some youthful memories to enjoy.
Yeah, 3 pots of gold. In my heart, it's 3.5 pots of gold. But if I'm being very objective, it's 3.
Objective, yeah.
I loved it.
Which doesn't mean that there's anything really wrong with it.
No, it's I highly recommend it. The only there are just certain things that I wish would have been more expanded upon. I wish you can change your shirt to a tank top, and then not wear shoes at all. I kind of wanted more clothing options.
Yeah. I feel like there could have been more. I think the developers just didn't think about.
I'm sure it's a small game with a small budget.
Yeah.
It's not a AAA game at all.
Right. But it's way more satisfying than a AAA game.
That's true.
And way cheaper.
It's a simple game with simple ambitions, and still knocks it out of the park. And made me want more. If Natsu-Mon 21st Century Summer Kid came out tomorrow, I would wishlist it and wait to play it over the summer.
Yeah.